Hello. Welcome. Chad's here. He's just getting something figured
Chad,
out.
you're going to have to handle all the beginning and everything.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the Soonersmiths Live. I'm a little tired today, as I put in the notes, so I'm going to do my best. We are here every Monday at 7 p.m., and we are followed by Josh on Tuesdays, also at 7 p.m. And then Josh has a preview / used to be a call-in show, but I believe it's just preview now, 7 p.m. on Thursdays. And we also go live for post-game. So we hope you can join us for more than one show because there's lots of content here. If you are just now joining us for the first time, if you could subscribe to our channel, that would be very, very nice. If you don't want to subscribe to our channel, then lame. But follow us as well as the Voice of College Football on all social media platforms. So X and Instagram and Facebook at the VOCFB. And you should be able to get that as well as us at Chad P. Smith _ and at Tyranny _ Kristen. We would enjoy the follows. We love the community and interactions that we're building with you guys. And then also, we do have a new merch store if you have not checked it out already at vocfb.com /shop. And you'll be able to get Voice of Oklahoma merchandise. I am wearing my shirt right now, although my mic is hiding the logo. And this is actually the Zeno shirt with the schooner on the back. So Zeno, our unofficial official mascot. So we do have some cute Zeno Zone stuff on there, as well as cups and koozies and hats. Lots of good stuff there. So we hope that you can check it out for us. As always, we'll be looking at your comments, trying to just get some interaction with you guys. If we miss a comment, super chats are always welcome, but not required. But super chats will always be featured. So take that with what you will.
Boom. Thank you. Sorry, I had to get all my stuff pulled up for the show. Go ahead and retweet all this.
You can take a drink after that.
Well, we got, what all do we have here? We have, what do you think of the game? Let's see. What do you think of the game? Almost misspelled game.
1982 Boomer Sooner. I guess he had fun in Philly. He said it was a great trip and vacation.
Oh, yeah. I bet that was awesome.
Yeah, I heard that Sooner fans took over Philadelphia.
Very tough. Yeah, I heard it was pretty sweet. I saw there was a couple little pubs that got looked pretty fun.
They call it the city of Boomerly love now.
That's awesome. Okay, well, we got some, I guess recapping Temple won't take too long, really. It's just I think it's kind of all what we thought it would be. It was a fairly quick game and one that you're kind of excited to see them go up and handle in a professional manner, which was relieving considering what we've seen in years past, I think. But they got the win. John Mateer had another good game. We gave our MVP to Torrey Blaylock, first 100-yard rusher of the year. Also had a couple touchdowns. He was the SEC Freshman of the Week, or Freshman Player of the Week. So just an awesome award for him.
He was also the first 100-yard rusher since Javonte Barnes at the main game, right?
I think it was Alabama with Xavier Robinson. I think Xavier was that before Maine? That was after Maine.
No, yeah, Alabama was after Maine.
I think Xavier had over 100.
Let's
see. Alabama.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we can find it. Boom.
Fact checking live on the
air. Jackson Arnold had 131.
I don't really count that. That sounds.
Let's see. Full box score. Let's go here. I'm almost pretty sure it was this one. 107.
107. Oh, well, yeah. Darn.
It's all right.
Stand corrected. Well, we didn't have many 100-yard rushers last year, so it's probably the only two we had.
Yeah, that's no lie. But Torrey Blaylock got awarded I wanted to pull this up so I could show it to you if you haven't seen the picture the SEC came out with. Pretty sick. Oh, well, it's not there yet. But Freshman of the Week, Torrey Blaylock, and someone who is, I know people might be interested in the Jayden Knott situation, but someone who is, and I think that's something we can talk about, someone who is obviously coming on strong and making a big impact on someone that we didn't think would as much as he does now. So that's been pretty fun to watch. Hopefully continue to have a run game. Temple just outmanned, outmatched. The defense, I thought Gabe made a good point on their podcast, listening to it over the weekend. They really have pitched a shutout. They just have gotten bad luck by some turnovers on the offense that just automatically put the other team in field goal range. Otherwise, it'd be 2 shutouts in 3 games, which is hard to do even whenever you're playing teams that you outmatch, because eventually, they're playing your third team, 4-team guys, and they're still able to get stops, which is
right.
pretty good.
Let's be honest, that Keontez Lewis hit should have been a targeting. But
yeah, that was
alas.
ridiculous. Yeah, we'll get there too. I mean, that's just. I
say that it should have been a targeting by whatever rules they applied to targeting that game, but not probably targeting. I don't know.
Yeah, the targeting rule just it's annoying. We are. I guess, is there anything really else about Temple? I kind of want to move to the Auburn game. I think that's what most people are excited about.
The only thing with Temple is regarding targeting, really.
Yeah, I guess we can pull up.
I think you pretty much said it all. I mean, they did their job. Defense came out with their heads still on fire. Offense, 4 for 4 starting the game. So everybody was locked in. A little bit of that lull in the third by the offense that I would still like to see. But I mean, they did their job. I mean, if you're going to be picky, we can be picky, but
for sure.
But why? We won, and we won as we should, and everybody had a great trip to Philly. So there you go.
Yeah, and I guess just with the R. Mason Thomas stuff, and I don't know if anyone. I've been trying to look at if there's been a ruling on the appeal. I mean, I'm almost positive they'll lose it, but they'll have to appeal it, and I don't know where. Let's see, latest R. Mason Thomas. Absolutely not. You think? I don't know.
I'm gonna go with no. I mean,
no,
if Michigan guys wasn't overturned, I don't see our Mason Thomas as being overturned.
Which is just brutal.
But at least.
I mean, that's just such a bad.
Really dumb.
Let's start the show real quick for those that maybe. We
don't want to leave the studio.
That was almost a big mistake. Boom. Here's what it looks. So it's like forward or.
Do you want to compare it to the Keontez hit?
I mean, this is just such a bad.
They can't see it yet.
Like.
There we go.
Like, it's just such a bad call. There needs to be, and there's supposed to be a element of, was it violent? Like, did you have any intent to harm or to needlessly hit a player? He's just making a football play. Like you slow it down, it looks like maybe. He's even under attack.
And what's crazy? I think the kid he just tackled him outright instead of like holding up and just trying to stop the momentum.
Bad. Overall bad, but luckily you got a guy like Marvin Jones Jr. on the other side who, I was excited about last year whenever he came in, because it was one of those guys where, he might not. Whoa, what is this? So they moved around our
the buttons
pictures,
got moved.
and I was like, well,
now our background's gone.
You get a guy. Luckily, you have pretty good depth on the defensive line, and you got a guy like Marvin Jones Jr., who Teddy talked about, and I just want to play some sound there about how well he has done. Obviously, he was the big 5-star commit from Florida State that came in, played a lot as a true freshman at Georgia, and just dealt with some injuries. Didn't get a lot of out of unfortunately what his talent level you would have thought would have gotten him already. But I want to play some sound here because Teddy makes some good points, and obviously whenever you can listen to people that have extremely high levels of knowledge, you should do that. So I'm going to play this. Let me know. I think y'all should be able to hear it, but if you can't, let me know.
Guys that I thought played really well. I want to start with this player because I am beyond pleased with where he's come. Marvin Jones Jr. I think that he has quickly become maybe our most technically sound, fundamental, responsibility-driven edge player. He's doing a bunch.
Which is always a good description to have whenever you're talking about a player.
His pass rush is there. His technique on the run game stuff, whenever, it's tough to play edge, man. You got crossers coming at you. You got split zone blocks, and, they're reading you on things. It is not easy. There's a lot coming at you really fast, and he's done an excellent job. Really proud of the way that he's come around.
So I think, at least having someone like that who is going to be able to give you some, at least some depth. PJ Adebawore is playing a lot better. They continue to talk about how much of a jump he has made these last few weeks. And I think you're going to see Danny Okoye again, especially on passing downs, hopefully.
Big dude.
Yeah, which, he's been out the last couple weeks, I think the last 2 weeks. But he was there. He made the trip on Saturday. He wasn't suited out, but he was there. A couple guys I think we might see a couple snaps from. Giovanni Gibson back. Obviously, if you tweeted out a video of Kendall Dolby, former interviewee on the podcast. Great guy.
Twice, I think. I think he was on with Josh as well, wasn't he?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
Twice, maybe. But we interviewed him earlier in the year and wanted to just kind of give him a shout out because he's been just seeing him back has been awesome. And Brent Venables talked about it, saying, if you want to make a grown man cry, just get me to talk about his story, with just all the injuries he has had and all the leadership. And it seems like a guy that Brent is just more excited that he's able to play. Even obviously he's excited for the type of player he is, but I think just seeing him getting back on the field, regardless of how well he did, was a big deal. Yeah.
I mean, that was tough to, I mean, I think I saw it once on replay. I'm like, yeah, don't ever show me that again. So he's definitely really fought back. And you can just tell when we talk to him, like the maturity, the passion for the game, just the drive and the want. So
yeah,
hoping that we see him even more. And then of course, just the leadership aspect. So it would be good.
Sorry, it was another. Do you want to get to? We need to start doing some comments.
All right, let's go.
Just real quick. Anyone headed to SEC Nation Saturday? First time they've been there. I was going to play the video of it. Seems like it's going to be a pretty cool little. I haven't been to one. I've seen them on TV. It looks like it's a pretty cool set. I believe Paul Feinbaum is at this. It will be there. Let me just pull up this video real quick. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm going to learn today. It's like their own little.
Yeah, no. Never watched it in my life.
Say little. That's kind of rude of me.
I think you mean it comparatively.
Yeah.
To like Big Noon
or College Game Day. Yeah. Here's a little bit of what it looks like.
We would love to have a little
live from Oklahoma in Norman.
They want us to
host Sooner magic. It's something about playing War Eagle. Boomers Sooner coming your way.
I want to talk about Oklahoma for a second.
That's a pretty cool pick.
I want to hear a little boomer.
Be pretty cool.
Ooh, you go win this game if you're Oklahoma.
That's dude, and I'll try to make something on iMovie, and it's just brutal for me.
You go win this.
Look at John Mateer. He looks dope. That's a pretty sick picture.
This game if you're Oklahoma. Lean on the crowd.
I got more to say about Auburn later.
For like the welcome into the SEC, like the official day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I thought so. That would be the only time I watched it. I guess I was there.
Yes, they were. So yeah, that'll be here. I'm not sure. I should have looked up what time it'll actually be on campus and where. So excuse me for not doing that. But that would be a cool thing to go to if you're heading out there. Show some love. Show those guys some love from Oklahoma, and so hopefully they'll come back later on in the year. John said, "Where's the 5-hour energy sponsor when you need it?" No joke.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be allowed to drink it right now. So
yeah,
it would exceed my caffeine limit.
Philly was fun. You got that. Auburn is going to get slaughtered on Saturday. Says Corrections 101. I hope you're right.
I hope you're right for sure.
I certainly think, and we can get into the game in one second. I just want to play a couple other videos that we just have.
My biggest issue
here.
with like, I am naturally a very anxious person, but my like heart rate, and I have to like obviously keep my stress and heart rate down. And so if it's a close game, I told Chad, like, I might have to like leave, but then I would almost be more nervous not knowing what was going on. So I just need OU just to not get in a close game because Baby Smith would appreciate not being put under duress. But alas.
All right. Here's not from the last time we played Auburn, but from the year before. This is Baker's 2015 year when we played, or 20. It's the year before, in between 2016. Yeah, 2016. Here's a big hit by Aaron Colvin. Although he has given up a first down here, but you know it is. All these are kind of weird to me because like it's a big hit, but you gave up a first.
Someone just did that to Baker. Dragged him down and was like,
goodness, what a hit he took.
Look at that.
Goodness, what a hit he took from Ahmad Thomas. We talked about
Also,
Stephen
we've
Parker
faced
this
them twice in the
second.
Sugar Bowl.
The
Neither
other
time
one,
was particularly
Thomas out of
close for the
Miami,
score.
just
We beat them last
unloaded
year,
on the
2024. That one
Thomas.
was down to the end. So we are 3-0 against Auburn in our
Is that
history.
Monday Night Football?
Love
Fun
it.
fact.
Man, I mean, okay, I know we're in college, but
Dink.
That's
Whoa.
probably a targeting in today's
you don't
rules.
see that happen very
On his
often.
helmet.
Just
Is that Monday Night?
Yeah.
Man,
Look, he hit him
I
a
mean,
little hard.
okay, I know we're in college.
No, look right there.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. You
Maybe
don't
it's
see
to the
that
side,
happen
but it was
very often.
lowered. But it looks like maybe got into the side.
Get
Anyway,
this off. Remove.
still a big.
And you can't start this week without where T and I were at Top Golf.
My
just
friend's
being
30th
not fun
birthday.
people
We were
because
not.
we
We
were
were
not.
such a
we were
miserable
so
birthday
miserable.
attendees.
It was like being death by 1,000 cuts watching this game, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere,
And the Sooners get the much-needed
get one
stop.
of the greatest football. Little seal. Look how far. Look how quick. Like how quickly he gets back. This
Much
is
needed
nice.
stop.
Good athletes. Boom. Now we're back. He thinks he has a slant. Also, thank goodness he didn't because R. Mason Thomas got absolutely burnt on this. Look at him bite on the move right here. Watch him right here. Watch him bite on the outside. Dink.
Thorn.
He doesn't drop back.
It is intercepted. Intercepted by Lewis. Kip
We got one running
You
though.
want to talk about Cam Coleman, how fast he is? He'll be there Saturday. By the way, Auburn, and we'll get their best receiving core we'll face all year. And it won't be particularly close. They have two dudes that are absolute freaks. And one of them is about to catch Kip Lewis from about 30 yards behind him.
intercepted by Lewis. Kip Lewis could hit. My oh my. Pick six.
This is only pretty much just been totally crazy in basketball. From
And
the,
the
people,
rail.
the people next to us were both like looking at us because I think they're doing it all the time. And they're like, what are they singing about? And they're like, oh, this is the OU game. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they just kind of laugh. 'Cause
Weren't they? Yeah,
we're
wasn't it
being pretty
the? Oh no,
ridiculous.
wasn't that the? Weren't they playing on the? Or weren't they playing it on? Stop share. Sorry, weren't they playing it on the
Our
Arkansas game
TV
or something
had
like that?
the OU
Against
game.
A&M?
Over here had the Arkansas. But basically every
That's
TV but
right.
ours there had.
And I about fell off the
Oklahoma
second
game
floor,
on.
which was a nightmare. We were running around so hype. It was awesome. Let's see. Auburn week. Obviously, we kick off at 2:30. So let's get it started.
Do we
Wait.
make sure we get through any more comments?
I got a couple more stats here. Chad, Chad, can you sue Jackson Arnold for immeasurable damages to the state of Oklahoma's mental health? I don't know if immeasurable damages is a type of damage you can get. But yeah, I mean, we could figure out. Again, Jackson is, and I'm unfair. I think I'm maybe call me a homer or whatever. I don't have the disdain for Jackson that most people do. I think he has ability to be a really good quarterback. He just had nothing to work with last year because of injury. SEC Nation, by the way, starts at 10 a.m. and ends at noon, and it's setting up at the South Oval. That's why you have good friends, because they text you information mid-show. That's what I'm talking about. Derek Richardson, by the way, on Twitter. Go follow him. He's the one that tweeted out the flag plant picture. He loves to go viral and have a bunch of people message him on Twitter. So do that if you want. Want to just throw a couple things in here before we get to the Auburn game. And don't forget, we're going to have Zeno Zone at the end of this, who went what last week?
4-1.
And what did he go the week before? Didn't he go
5-0?
Yeah, he's like 9-1 in his last 10 picks.
Yeah, much better than me.
He's much better in my pick'ems. I guarantee you that, dude. Goodness gracious.
Did he go 5-0? I think he went 5-0. Yeah,
He did.
because he was 6-4,
What is he right now?
and
He's
now he
10-5.
lost one. Yeah.
Want to show this? Joe Klatt's finally having some oxygen to his. Well, I shouldn't make that joke. Joe Klatt's finally looking at things with. He still has Texas in his top 10, which is like almost insulting to people's intelligence to continue to do this.
I mean, there's even Texas fans saying though that both Oklahoma
Believe that.
and A&M need to be ranked above Texas. Which I mean, I'm talking the Texas fans who are like in OU mentions all the time, dogging us. Even those fans are saying that. So I mean, they obviously see something,
Right.
but
Well, Texas right now ranked number 8. We are ranked number 7 in Joel Klatt's poll, which really doesn't matter until the CFP. But all this stuff is influential to the CFP voters. Trust me. As much as what you all are learning about the AP poll, where they don't have enough time, and it's really not a lot of their fault.
Yeah.
I mean, they have full-time jobs. They really should just have people that's their job is just to rank
Mhm.
people, honestly. But until they do that,
And
it is
even
what
then,
it
like
is.
we watch quite a few games. Like we watch quite a few games on Saturdays if it's like, especially if it's an OU away game, and we can set up several televisions. And even then, you're not watching. I mean,
Exactly. Very true.
25 games, or let's say 15 of the top 25.
Yep.
But Bear said something. Sounds interesting.
Sorry, my bad. That's on me. Where?
Right there.
Bear Tompkins. You want to? Did you guys see the Auburn head coach say that he's looking at a playoff contender when he watches our film, specifically saying our defense might be the best he's seen? Yes, I listened to his news conference today, and yeah, he's right. Our defense is the best he's seen. It's the best he will see. And Casey Keeler, obviously Temple's head coach, he said it the perfect way whenever he just said, yeah, their defense has some savages on it. And the problem with our defense is we got a lot of savages on it. There's a lot of people that know that they have to, when they're out there, I go back, it's the perfect analogy, and you've used it before too. It's the old Alabama days. We have too much talent for you to go out there and not perform on defense, at least, especially. And so when you get a chance, and we mentioned it with the Eli Bowen stuff, who might, again, be back this week, is, you're going to have to get guys snaps. And I mean, you're competing with like a Cortland Guillory is fantastic. People have forgotten just how good Eli Bowen was. He was one of the best corners in the country.
He was a Cortland Guillory
last year. But the problem is, and if there's only one thing I can say against Cortland, and it's not against him, I shouldn't say at all. Sorry, I dropped my pen. It's not against him at all. I think he'll do well this week. He'll face by far a 5x difficulty level, and the kind of athlete he's going to be covering. Doesn't mean he can't, but I still want to see that, right? You saw it with Eli Bowen. He covered up Ryan Williams. He covered up Texas's best wide receiver, and he clamped them all. And so, like, he's done it to the best of the SEC. Cortland Guillory, if there's anything you could say, and look, he's been fantastic, and we all love the kid. But if there's anything you can say, it's that, hey, I want to see it against these better receivers, because even Michigan didn't really have the level at the talent at wide receiver we're going to see this weekend. Now that goes to, can you get the ball to him is the question, and can our defensive line get pressure? And I know T has done some research on that. And we'll give you all some information in that regard. But yeah, and so you're getting all those guys back, and like Casey Keeler said, they have some savages on that side of the ball. And I think it is one of the best he's seen, and I think it'll be the best he's going to see all year. And yeah, we are a playoff contender, and I think that it's okay for fans. I don't know. If I was a player, I would love the fans to talk about how good we are. Like, obviously, you don't want to let it get to your head, but I feel like it would make me play better if, like, man, the fans are confident in me. Yeah, but I mean, like our confidence in the team isn't because like their names or anything. Like it's because of how well they play
or what they've shown us. Yeah.
And it'd make me excited if I knew the fans believed in us that much. Like I'd want to go perform for them. I wouldn't sit there and say, "Oh no, we have expectations." Like they had this expectation before.
We have expectations.
Exactly. I'd be like, "Dude, no, I want them to know, like, yeah, we talk crap in games because we know how good y'all are. Just go do what you've been doing. You'll be fine." Right. They're gonna get burnt more often. They're gonna get big plays put on them because they're about to be playing a lot better athletes every year, every week, especially whenever they get good quarterback. By the way, side note, that Ole Miss quarterback that came in, he is not as fast as Kyler, but he is 9/10 as quick, and as his feet look, it's the first quarterback I've ever seen that reminds me feet wise of Kyler Murray. And he looked he threw for like 400 yards.
So you got the size of Kyler?
Yes, it is weird. I'll have to. I have
not watched a single Ole Miss game.
I watched the highlights this weekend, and now, granted, he wasn't their starter for a reason this year. He came in after Simmons got hurt, but he is the quickest player I think I've seen at the quarterback position since then. Some speed. Yeah, I should be. Yeah, Michael Hawkins is really quick too, I should say, which is crazy that he comes in and it's like, what is this guy? What is this alien out here now? You know,
alien in the best way.
But no, Bear Tompkins, you're right. And I thought Hugh Freeze had a great interview on it. It's a lot of his coach speak, but I think on that point, it's like, yeah, they got some dudes out there. Want to just throw this again? I know we all love the Heisman stuff. He is leading in a lot of these editorial papers. Like On3 has him as their favorite. I know that he on FanDuel, I think he's a betting favorite. MGM, he's like second maybe, but he is starting to be top one, at least for sure. A New York trip as it stands now. A lot of season left, but through 3 weeks, been pretty good. I don't know. I tweeted out, I don't know if y'all saw his stats between the first 3 games at Washington State last year and at OU this year, but he's done, really well at both. And it's funny that we were told whenever he gets here, he's going to struggle because apparently really talented players struggle when they play with other talented players against good teams, which is something that I never thought made sense, but maybe it does. If anyone ever wants to, if you're not watching and you want to, you can look. Stats are right here. And I don't know how to zoom in on this. There we go. I won't read it all off, but here's a little, if you want to take a screenshot or whatever for later on, you can do that. But this is where he stands so far in terms of stats through 3 games, which has been pretty cool to see. Yeah, been pretty good. He's got more passing yards, doesn't run as much. Last year in the second game, he had like 100, almost like 200 yards of rushing in one game against Texas Tech. He had like 27 rushes, 28. It was crazy. But yeah, doesn't have that this year. But other than that, he's been
completing passes.
been really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Defense look like they have. Richard Young says this defense plays like they have and stay business-like and play. Yep, they do. They do. Boomer Sooner, boom. We need to beat Auburn and then Texas while they are vulnerable. Goodness gracious, will they not be vulnerable at some point? It's hard to be good whenever your quarterback can't throw the ball because back half of that schedule is going to be insane. Godspeed, Boomer. No, Base God, you're right. Base God 3-3, he is 100% correct. You got to get guys while you get them. I think we'd beat Texas by like 30 right now.
You're not the only one that's thinking that. I mean, I was hearing the announcers during our game and the Texas game, talk about the Red River rivalry, and
they
were like, right now, like, you might put it on them, but yeah.
And I saw some people make this point about, and I get where they're doing it. They're saying that Texas team this year is us last year. Don't insult us like that.
We had
10 people out on one side of the ball last year at one point. Texas has CJ Baxter injured and one other running back.
Wasn't he injured last year?
Yeah, it's sadly enough he got injured like the first play this year. Yeah, I hate that for him. I hope he's back. And we're not joking about that. Like that does suck. We don't like seeing injuries.
No. We both were athletes in college. Like no,
that's not. Yeah, that sucks. They don't have 8 other starters yet. Now imagine Ryan Wingo and 3 other starting offensive linemen, Gooseby and those guys go out. Then we can start having the conversation. But it's insulting to OU to say that was all of our starters on the field last year and we were that bad. It wasn't. Not even close. Yep. SEC Nation says Maddie and McGee will be on the Oval just like game day. Boom. There you go. Thank you. Auburn will be a bigger test than Texas. You might be right. I mean, their defense is solid. It's not as good as Texas's on paper, or I don't think it is, but their offense right now.
I have my own thoughts on that too, but alas.
Yeah. Their offense right now looks like
alas today. I need to stop. It's my word bug of the day. Word worm.
Okay. Let's see. Polls do not matter. You win every game. Yep. 2:30 Saturday. Yes, 2:30 Saturday.
Yes.
No rat poison, please. No, I don't think they'll. I just don't think they're going to fall into any sort of rat poison that way. But I think they all feel pretty disrespected and pissed or angry after last year.
I think that's just the biggest word to put it. Like they are so hungry to prove everybody wrong and to show that last year was not the usual. That's not what you can expect from Oklahoma. That was a very, very, very weird exception.
It was.
So.
And what do we have now? Tennessee will be a big game. You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got. Sorry, let me exit there. So, Jackson Arnold obviously coming back home. I'm going to play here. It's going to be obviously the student section, and the students are going to go crazy whenever he's down on the field. I saw a poll earlier, and tell me what you think. It was like, how do you wish he plays? Does fine, but just doesn't do well Saturday, and it's like never does well, or I think the ref had the poll up. I was like, I'm indifferent. I mean, I have no problem with him doing well other games. I
don't like the karma of saying you hope somebody doesn't do well. Like you hope that they crap out. To me, it's the same with like if your presidential nominee doesn't perform well, and people are like, I hope he sucks. It's like, why would you hope that? But again, he's not of our team, so I guess that's a big extreme. But like, I just never am a fan of saying like I hope somebody fails. Because I feel like that's some bad karma on me. And honestly, yesterday was not all his fault. Or yesterday. Jeez. Last year was, again, not all on him. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so the options were wish him well, just not Saturday. Not a fan of him at all, which that seems extreme. And then I don't care, just win. That's fair, too. So I feel like most of the answers were 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Which, totally fair. I just don't know how you... I don't know how you could say I don't like him at all. Just because, like, he didn't have to come back and start for us when they tried to put him back in. He could have said, no, I'm going to redshirt. But he came back and he at least gave us something and it was available.
Yeah. I just wanted to play real quick. This is what Bob Stoops kind of had to say about the whole thing, too. Mm-hmm. I think that's the perfect way to put it. Kind of like we'd said to you. Just wish them the best. Just not this week. Just don't want you to do as well this week because I don't really care if you do well other games, but wish you the best. So are you not able to hear that, by the way? If not, sorry, I'll have to maybe go stop sharing. Boom. You might not be able to hear it. Basically, he said kind of the same thing. I didn't know if you can't hear it, then sorry about that. I'll make sure I reshare it next time. We hear you, not the video. Let me try this.
We'll try it again.
All right, let me know if you hear this. I may have not shared it. You not hear that?
Job to go play as well as we can against them. Wish them nothing but the best. After
No.
Nope, that's
Okay.
weird. All right, well,
Who knows?
hey, it's not working.
Basically, what he's saying is,
Sorry.
we wish him all the best. Thanks for your time here, for your effort. Wish him the best. But at the end of the day, he's Auburn's quarterback, and our job is to shut down Auburn's quarterback. So, which 100%. Period.
She said, now we saw you. We just saw you. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully for Zeno Zone that works. Hopefully. Yeah, basically kind of the same thing. We all said.
He said, now we hear it. Well, it's fine. Too late.
Let's talk about. So we got some. Obviously, we got some research that you've done, but just to set it up here, there's been a lot of people tweet out some stats with our defense, right? And as I always say, offense wins games, defense wins championships. And my goodness, is ours playing well right now. Shout out to our friends at Mainline Podcast. Great people. They do a lot of great research too. I just wanted to show this, and I want to share screen here, just to give them some credit on their work that they have done. Oklahoma's defense rankings in the SEC: total defense first, first downs allowed first, third down conversion first, fourth down conversion second, pass yards allowed first, rush defense seventh, scoring defense first, tackles for loss third. If it stays even remotely close to that, we're going to be I'm talking deep playoff team. I mean, real deep playoff team. They'll be really tough to beat us if they're going to continue to play that well on defense. Now, granted, the talent level, like we say, the challenge is about to really spark. But they played a good like the Michigan game, I do kind of rely on pretty heavily in terms of just saying they played someone with a pulse. I mean, Michigan, it's more you can say than most teams. And as you look at, Auburn, I think we watched the game they just had against South Alabama, and they moved the ball on them. You saw a couple times they were pushed. They were pretty. They were pretty get moving on the front. Yeah.
And then had some penalties, as you mentioned too, to bring them back.
Really aggressive off the edge, it seemed like to me. And I'd love to hear some of the breakdowns we're going to hear from other people later on this week. But it seems like they're very aggressive. The running style, the running quarterback gave them fits for South Alabama, which I think John Mateer and those guys are looking at that with big eyes, thinking like they could have a day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but for my money, the best defensive line in the country. For my money, the most depth of any defensive line in the country. And that's going to be important because, as T is about to tell you, their offensive line is prone to some leakiness.
Yeah, so their offensive line has already given up 6 sacks this season. And that's two teams who haven't sniffed the top 70 in defensive powerhouse rankings, essentially. So now they're going to face us, who are in the top 5 in the nation, which I have my own thoughts on that. But, first in the SEC for a lot of these statistics. So I like to see how that works out. I know when we were watching the South Alabama game, and let me go back. So I know it seems like Auburn has stopped throwing it a lot. Like the passing game has really stalled out, and they even put that on their own website when I was looking at it. It seems like, Jackson's been sporadic with throwing and passing, and that's because we're, even with facing no defense in the top 70, which we're going to take, they're going to play a top 5 one. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I think it's starting to see something.
I was like,
it was like some
goodness, what is that?
Thumping.
So, but when we were watching the South Alabama game, it seemed like when he did get throws, all you would hear the announcer say is Arnold with time, Arnold with time, Arnold all day, meaning he was getting all day and all the time to throw it. A lot easier to make decisions and good throws when you're getting all day and time to throw it. Again, if you're not playing a defense within the top 70, you're going to be able to get that a little bit. So I do think this is going to be a challenge for Jackson Arnold, and we saw how he did last year when faced with pressure. Now, again, he can run, so you're going to have to keep that in mind. But I'd like to say I'm not super worried about it because it's not like they're unfamiliar with his running game. They're not, unfamiliar that he can run and escape. So I think that's a pretty good matchup for us overall of an offensive line who's already given up 6 sacks to defenses not even close to ours.
Right.
So could be a long day for Jackson Arnold. I hope it is. I don't hope, he gets injured or anything like that, but I hope it's a long day for him in sense of getting pressure, getting sacks. But
and you look at how they're going to have to try to get success is by the quarterback run game and by running the ball. And I just don't. Whenever a quarterback whenever they have to rely on quarterback run, we've just been so good, knock on wood, with our being sound on defense, in our gap integrity and assignment soundness. It's just hard for people to run on us. And I just go back to Milroe and how tough it was for him to run. Now the field conditions had something to do with that. He slipped a couple times. But my pen broke and it's bothering me. I take notes during the show. I am just not until I see it. I'll need to see it before I start thinking it's a huge risk or huge issue. I will say
Jackson Arnold has thrown no interceptions up until this point.
Yeah, I mean and the thing is he may not be prone as much to interceptions, and it's not. He really fumbled the ball a lot last year too. Is what people. I don't know like how many total interceptions he actually.
I think he has 1 fumble on the year, but I don't think he lost it.
And, that's what we're going to, again, pressure on him, make him make quick reads, make him make quick throws, like you do with any quarterback that has talent. You just you force the issue. You shut down the run game, make him have to throw it, make him have to throw it on us. And I don't, Josh commented, I'm starting to worry about this game. Look, they have the talent to beat us if we don't play well. 100%.
Right. You got to show up.
Yeah, there's no doubt we can lose the game.
My thing is, like, you can't even call, I could call it a quote unquote trap game if we played Texas next week. We play Kent State. You should be all in on this one. And I don't know. This team seems different.
Yeah. These are the games where you would see that I could see us having like, I don't want to say a bad game, but just a game where like, it seems like it's close. Like those old Bama wins, whenever there'd be a team that was playing well and you're like, can they beat them? And it's like, oh, it's close this game. And then they pull it out and it looks like it's like a 10-point game at the end of the fourth. And maybe that happens here. I just don't, until I see a team consistently being able to run on us and take control of the clock, it's going to be hard for me to just. And that's what Auburn has been relying
heavily on. They've been relying heavily on their run game. And how much did we hear that Michigan was going to push us around and they were going to run the ball over us? With the exception of one play, we held them to less than 100 yards.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying that I don't know. I like our chances there. They do have Jeremiah Cobb. He has 314 yards on the year through 46 carries, which is almost 7 yards per carry, 6.9.
Right.
4 touchdowns. As a team, they have 726 rushing yards with 10 rushing touchdowns. So very heavily high rushing team. But then that also makes me question, does Freeze trust Jackson with throwing it? Or is it just like we have hot running, let's just keep doing it type thing? I mean, I guess we'll see, but I'm not worried about being able to stop a run game just because I've seen it thus far.
Yeah.
With the exception of a few chunk plays here and there. Really with the exception of just that Michigan run. Granted, we haven't played a team as good as Auburn besides Michigan.
True.
So, we'll see. Trying to think. They've Eric Singleton.
Yeah, Eric Singleton Jr. He's a transfer from, I believe he was at.
He is their leading rusher right now with 13 receptions, about 11.5 yards per pass. He has 2 touchdowns. He did get hurt and left the game against South Alabama. Really? However, the coach feels like he'll return. The only player that they're thinking won't return is a defensive end player, and I have his name. I don't want to mess it up. It's something Williams. Amaris Williams. So he will not be playing. But yeah, it said Eric Singleton Jr., Jay Crawford left the game with injuries. But Hugh Freeze seems to think that all the injured players will return for Oklahoma, except for their defensive end. And
whenever you talk about Eric Singleton Jr., for those who haven't seen him play, just think of he's like their Deion Burks. He's very good. I would take Deion over Singleton Jr., but Eric Singleton is very good. He's very shifty. They get him on the edge a whole lot. They do a lot of what Arbuckle does with Deion Burks on the little pop passes, on the swing pass, whenever he motions through. So think of that kind of player. They kind of even have similar builds, very fast, both of them, very quick laterally. And that's kind of how they're going to use them. And then on the other side, they have Cam Coleman, who, he's up there with any of the
10 receptions for 449 yards, so 14.9 yards per pass and 1 touchdown.
And they just really, I don't know if they've been kind of, especially on the Ball State game and then the South Alabama game, it seems like they're not trying to force the issue too much. They've really relied on the RPO game and really just being able to push it downfield on their deep passes. I expect that they're going to really try to feature him, and they're probably going to try to I guarantee they're going to, especially if Gentry's back, which he will be, they're going to get Cortland Guillory on Cam Coleman. They're going to try to match that up and say a true freshman isn't going to guard our possible first-round top 10 pick in a couple of years. Cam Coleman's as good as, I won't say as good as Jeremiah Smith, but besides Ryan Williams' game last game, Ryan Williams has been fairly pedestrian, and I thought I would have taken Cam Coleman over him. But doesn't mean that it's going to come to fruition. Doesn't mean you have to let them go out there and have a big game. So hopefully they don't. And yeah.
Right. And then on the other side of the ball, they have Keon Crawford. He's a defensive end. He has 16 tackles on the year, 5 of which are tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble. And then you have Xavier Atkins, who is a linebacker. He has 12 tackles, 4 for loss, and 2 sacks. So they do have the ability to get pressure. So again, the offensive line is going to need to step up.
They have an absolute
step up in the way that they did against Michigan.
Yeah, they have a space alien at defensive end.
And Crawford,
this Falk guy, he just looks big. I don't know. The Crawford kid's probably their best, probably their best. But
but I mean, really from here on out, offensive line is just going to have to step up because, with the exception of Kent State, you're SEC player, you're playing big dudes. And
you're getting back Fasusi this week. I don't know if you heard people listening on the radio. He was kind of running even with his walking boot on, which you're not supposed to do, but his foot's fine. I think so. He's not really. It's
precautionary. Yeah. We were going to win without him, so why not give him?
Exactly. He'll be back risk, and should help.
Not rolling an ankle against nobody. No I get it.
Yep.
The only thing I have as far as special teams was they've only attempted 3 field goals. They made 2 out of 3, 134 yards, 121 yards, and that was by Alex McPherson, which tends to be their point after kicker.
Yeah.
But then I hate this guy's name. No offense. Sorry. Towns Magoo. Just such a it's not a great name. He's a place kicker and he missed a 52-yarder.
Was he always
No, I think he was always at Auburn. I remember I think I was Gabe actually was like,
oh yeah.
Last name is Magoo.
Yeah, that's right. He was there last year. And he was solid, right?
And it's not even his last name. Like I don't like his first name either.
Towns, yeah.
I'm not a big fan. I'm sure he's a sweet kid, but I don't know
funny.
why his name kind of gives me a like.
We had no offense, says one thought. 77. One for thought. 77 said we had no offense and beat Bama last year.
And Auburn.
Yeah.
We owned Alabama last year without an offense.
Now I don't think we need to make our game plans off of one-off games, but yeah, you're right.
I'm seeing if
anything else you want to bring up?
I do have that Auburn is 0-5 under freeze on SEC road games against teams that end the season with winning record.
Ooh.
So that's a fun little fact.
Ooh. Like that.
This is from their own page. It said they've had sporadic passing against 3 teams that rank outside of the top 70 in defense. So
I want to touch on the Jayden Knott situation real quick. I know that a lot of people have asked questions. If you have any questions about the Auburn game, just throw them in the chat too. I don't know if you want to do a score prediction? Have we done that?
I hate score predictions.
I do too.
I think we cover.
I think we cover too. That's what I'm talking about. 3-0 against the spread this year, by the way, people. 3-0. God, I should have just bet thousands and thousands of dollars. We'd be so
gamble.
rich right now.
I don't know.
I know.
Like we do not gamble.
I know. I think this is a lock.
I do love those memes though. It's like if I win the lottery, I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs. It's just like obnoxious houses or like a bunch of alpacas. I don't know, just random things. All right, let's get
Richard Young, 31-17.
Everybody else give us score predictions because I hate them.
I kind of do agree with it. Dang, I was going
to. I'm not mad at that one. Stacy. All right, girl. I would love that.
Stacy said we're sending a message on national TV. I love it.
I would love that, Stacy.
If we did this, I bet we'd be ranked like top
Baby
5
Smith would love that because I'd just be sitting there eating my corn dog, big chilling.
Daniel Graham, 38-17. I'm liking these scores. I really am.
I'm assuming they're all OU, right?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't specify.
I am going to go 30, 33.
It's a weird number.
I know.
Can you get 33 in football?
Yeah. You could. You get 21 and 3 field goals. And 4 field goals, I mean.
It seems like a weird one.
Let's see. What I want to do, 33 to... Now you're right. I don't want to do 33 now.
Sorry.
It is weird. It's a lot of field... No, you don't have to do 4 field goals. I'm going to go 33, 20. I'm going to go 20. I think maybe they get a couple tip passes or something go their way.
What did you say, 33-20?
Yeah, 33-20.
I think the defense is going to have 20 points.
No, I just think there might be a couple of those things where like it's a
okay.
tip ball or something, or like maybe a miscommunication. Nope.
I mean, all year OU's given up only like 17 points. I just have so much faith in our defense.
Yeah, we'll say
Not
it.
having
What do
our
you
Mason
think?
Thomas. Man, I'm so bad at these stupid things. I hate doing it. I'm gonna go. You said 20.
Yeah.
Dang. I'll go. I see someone got 34-17. I was gonna go 35-17.
All right, do it. 35-17.
But even then, that seems bold for me.
There you go. Boom. T's 35-17. I'm 33-20. Either way, they cover. That's all that matters. Good teams win. Great teams cover.
Here, at the end of the day, my prediction could be dead wrong. If we win, I do not care. 35-13. See, I'm not mad at that either because I don't see us giving up.
No, I'm mad at it. I could see it being 30. Yeah, I could see it something like
Look,
13.
I
could too.
I hope I'm wrong in the sense if they don't score 17. That'd be dope. Now I hope we score more, obviously.
Stacy with a big call. 30 said interceptions 3 times. That'd be huge for our turnover people out there. I want turnovers too. If there's one knock, it's no turnovers. But I mean, I made this point, I think, on a group chat. I was like, listen, we might not have turnovers. Last year, I think we like set records for most turnovers.
They were on the field 24/7.
Yeah.
You get a lot of chances. You're going to do it.
We had 6 turnovers like in the first game. And it's like, I would take the defense we have this year over last year's any day of the week. So, I mean, I get it. I hope they come. They will continue to just put pressure on, continue to just play like they're playing, and it'll go their way. I mean, just don't try to force it.
Yeah. Can I read some of the comments?
Yeah, sure.
So I put up like looking for Auburn fans. That wasn't a diss. I'm like, they don't have fans. This is just like a legitimately last year when I said, hey, are there like Auburn fans? I pretty much got the reply of, we're here, but we're just taking a hiatus until basketball. We understand. We had a rough season too. So I basically asked, is there anybody back? I just would like their thoughts on the season. And we have one is he thinks the playoff is a ceiling for them. He thinks they could finish 10-2. And that's assuming they take care of business at Arkansas and Vandy. He thinks their run game will set them apart from games like Arkansas, Vandy, Missouri, and Kentucky. So I was like, okay, your run games. Got some cautiously optimistic. They said running game is stronger than expected. Again, you haven't played a team inside the top 70 on defense, but all right. He feels like Jackson Arnold's coming into his own, making good decisions, protecting the ball. I would agree. Again, he's getting all day back there. So what's he going to do when he's getting a little bit of pressure? Would like to see it. I hope he doesn't do well Saturday, but after that, he can do fine. He said still waiting to see our receiver core breakout, and definitely secondary is a concern. So again, you're waiting to see the receiver core breakout against potentially one of the best secondaries in the nation.
Yeah.
Let's see. Auburn has been reasonably efficient offensively, albeit against modest schedule. See, I can deal with that. I like that. Run game has been solid. Passing game has been conservative. I hope we have saved some fire. Defense has been quite good against run. But we have had trouble in the pass defense. Good for Oklahoma. Said, I think the line of OK at -6.5 is reasonable. Auburn will do well to stay in the game, but we have enough dudes to win if we can take care of the ball and grind out some first downs. A lot depends on secondary help. Then he said, as we played the last game without starting safety in 2 of top 3 corners. But I mean, again, you're playing South Alabama, so it's probably a similar thing with us not playing the Susie and a lot of Dolby and stuff like that.
I am worried about Mikula. I hope that he is going to be back and be healthy. Our starting center got rolled up late in the game against Temple. Troy Everett didn't even make the trip, which is not good, apparently. Dang, I don't know why he wouldn't make it unless he's injured. He was in there for surgery or something.
One more comment. He said, the offense is progressing, but I would like to see more out of the passing game. Fair. The defense is not where I thought they would be as far as the secondary is concerned. Okay, repeated. After this weekend game, I'll feel much better about who Auburn is as a team and what they're capable of this season. Going to Oklahoma may be the toughest game on the schedule.
No,
I like that. I like being
that
someone's potential toughest game. So I mean, a lot of I feel like reasonable takes, if that makes sense.
Boom.
I would, yeah, it's a prove it. I mean, I feel like it's a prove it game for both teams, but at least we've played Michigan, so at least we kind of have that under the belt where they haven't played.
They'll say they played Baylor.
They
I don't
played
think
Baylor,
that's
but
that good of a win.
Right, and it's not.
not.
I forgot where I was going with that.
Although apparently you don't even have to win to be ranked. Notre Dame's 0-2, and they're still in the top
That is the
25.
strangest thing. Strangest thing.
It's like it depends on. Depends on I guess how you frame it. Do you think there's 23 teams that are better than Notre Dame? Like, no, I don't think so. But it's also like they haven't won anything. So,
but they're ranked low. I think there's probably 3 teams ranked that are better than them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know
what you're saying. It's weird. Notre Dame's. I'm telling you, dude, they'll be in the playoff discussion end of the year. People keep saying they're done. They're not. I think that they're probably if they went out, they'll be in the playoff. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. It's Notre Dame's too big of a
Notre Dame
name.
there. Who else do they play?
They play Florida State later, I think.
Okay, that would be a good game.
Let's see. Just real quick. Live research, people.
Like Teddy and Gabe. Joe, listen to that.
It's the same thing.
Not Teddy and Gabe, but Teddy and Toby. They're like bird talk about
that
the
was
smartest
that's
birds.
some of the best.
I feel like Chad kept listening to that on.
It was the best, some of the best radio ever, dude. Because the game's a blowout, and you're just trying to talk. No, they play USC. They don't play Florida State. They play Arkansas. Will be a good win. Arkansas isn't bad. Arkansas will beat Texas.
Arkansas almost always almost wins.
Taylor Green played so well against Ole Miss. And just they fumbled the ball. He throws another good pass.
I mean, Purdue almost got USC.
Yep, USC's ranked. That'll be a top 25 win. Navy, Syracuse. I'm telling you, I think if they went out, you're going to be people that say they should be in, and they're going to try to make a strong case for it, which is just
even though your strength of schedule was not great, and
right.
USC could very well fall out of top 25.
Another team that's going to be in there at the end of the year, Clemson. They're going to make the conference championship, and if they win it, oh my
gosh, Clemson is the most just infuriating team. We play like pick'ems with our friends, and you got to pick. They give you 10 games to pick for, and it seems like anytime I pick Clemson, they lose, and anytime I don't pick Clemson, they win. So,
a little catch-22 there for you.
Now the only time is when I picked LSU at the beginning of the year.
Oh.
That's the only time that I actually got it right. But normally, they always let me down, and of course, they let me down. But granted. How many teams? 4 teams last week of my picks let me down in the final 30 seconds of a game.
Dude, what a weekend of games.
Clemson,
goodness.
Tennessee missed your game-winning field goal by a mile.
He made one earlier too.
And then Pittsburgh. They're amazing. I'm not gonna blame South Carolina. Sellers went out. Honestly, even if Sellers didn't go out, I think Vandy still wins that game. They're out.
Yeah.
They're out. They're trying to get blood. Can't blame Appalachian State. I'm missing one.
Notre Dame?
Yeah, stupid Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So what I get...
I just cannot believe you lose a game because the holder just can't hold on to the ball. Reminded me of the Tony Romo Seahawks playoff game.
And also, I mean...
Oh, nightmare.
A holding was not called on the final game. You can... Final play?
Yeah. Apparently you can tackle a guy.
Yeah. William Johnson has a very nice comment. Let's go ahead and throw that sucker up.
You had the most perfect man in your life. That's nice of you to say, William. That's nice of you to say. I do. I'm very blessed to have the most perfect woman in your life. I do. All the women in my life are great. My mother-in-law, my mother, my sister, they're all great.
Big sports.
Big sports. Yep. Boomer129, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. I just want to say real quick about the Jayden Knott stuff. I know that it is kind of a wait, did you get all your Auburn?
Yep.
Okay.
Oopsies.
I know that a lot of OU fans have had a little bit of a annoyance with how the Jayden Knott situation is being handled. I am of the opinion that 4 more weeks, maybe see where it is, including the bye week, and just see where he is. I don't know how to say it. We had a couple weeks ago on a space. I'd started out by saying that it was interesting that Arbuckle kept talking about Jayden Knott being in the right mind space, being in the right headspace.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that he was physically okay again or that he was feeling better. It was that his mindset was better. It's that his headspace was better. And that implied to me that at one point it wasn't good, that it needed to get better and get in the right headspace. People may disagree with that interpretation, but I think that's the only real way you could read into that. And what I'm seeing is I think he's not sure about the playbook. Again, he didn't arrive until summer. He didn't get a practice all fall. Whenever you're getting to learn about the playbook, you're getting to make mistakes in practice. You can earn the trust of the coaches. And that makes him play unsure and unconfident, which makes you be timid. I also think that you saw on the sweep play where he had to be the lead blocker on it going back, and he didn't even look to make contact with anybody. That is a little bit of what it is too. I think there might be some bit of, I'm upset I'm not getting enough playing time, and I'm going to let you know about it. Again, this is speculation on my part. I might be totally wrong, but I do think that that's what's happening. And my whole thing is this. I've always thought this. Now, I haven't always implemented it in my life, and as you get older, you get wiser. And I think once you really do realize that you control your life no matter where you're coming from, some people have really tough circumstances in life, and that's terrible for them, and I hate it. Especially like when I was on like the delinquent court and got to see all those cases. Like there are kids that grow up, and this doesn't apply to Jay, not really, but kids that grow up in very tough circumstances. Yeah. It's like, but at the end of the day, you have to just meet yourself where you are and work your butt off from that point on to make
control what you can control.
Exactly right. And if I was in a Jay Knott situation, and say that I think that you're this all-world player, you are a guy that is legitimately one of the most talented backs in the country 2 years ago. You come back and you get hurt. Now that's in your head a little bit. And players, that people react differently to injury. Some players can get over it quickly and they can move on. Some it is in their mind. Mm-hmm. And if it is, at some point, man, even if you're not sure what to do, and I was telling you this, it's like, dude, on that play when you're coming off the sweep, if you don't know who to hit, just find somebody, make contact. Make it look like, listen, I may not know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going to give effort in every single play. I may mess up, but I'm not going to mess up. It's not going to be a mess up that also is a lack of effort. It'll be an assignment that I can fix in practice. But I'm going to show the coaches every time I'm out there, you're getting effort from me, be out there. And you want to be out there. And players respect that. Like if they see you out there and you don't know what you're doing and you're just passing up contact.
Like David Stone last year, like got a penalty because he unnecessary roughness. But we're like, hey, like we can fix that. Yeah. Like just hit a dude.
Yeah. And so that stuff it bothers me because it's like, man, you have all this talent. And he really does. Like, and I know people don't want to hear it right now. Like I still stand by the belief that for Oklahoma to be a national championship team, for us to win a natty, you're going to have Jayden Knott be the guy. As good as I think Tory Blaylock is, Jayden Knott is the best way I can put it, and you'll love this analogy. Jayden Knott is has the Super Saiyan ability in Dragon Ball Z, right? Like Tory Blaylock right now, Goku, very strong, very good player, but Jayden Knott has an ability to change entire games.
Good golly.
And he has an ability to literally take over a game with how good he is at running back. But he has to get to that point. And here's the thing: talent means nothing if you can't act on it. He has all the potential in the world, and I can just say from from someone who coached him when he was at Cal, he's like, look, when he's in the right mindset, he's the best running back you'll ever see. He's like, he's the most talented player you'll ever play with if he's in the right mindset. But there's some stuff that goes on back on the back that just makes it very difficult for him. And it seems like he gets down and he gets in a rut. And I mean, if you were to ever hear this, I would just say, dude, make it impossible for them not to play you. I don't know why you wouldn't show it to yourself. Like in practice, like, dude, I'm going to go out there and be so good. Like I'm going to be so good that the coaches don't play me. The team is going to get mad.
Right.
Because they're going to say, dude, you're smoking all of us. Coach, you have to play him. He's too good not to play. And just, I don't know, like that needs to be your mindset. Not, oh, I'm not playing. I'm going to sulk here. Dude, get over it. Like go work your butt off and get back on the field.
You are looking to go to the draft.
Yep.
You're looking to make millions. Go earn it. Go get that.
Yeah.
And if you're sitting there, not again sulking or we say sulking if it is that you're upset. I'm also of the mindset, like if it's a mental block from an injury, like let's find you a sports therapist, sports psychiatrist. I'm sure they've already done that if that would be the case, but talk to somebody about that. Like you cannot let yourself stay in that mindset because you're not gonna be successful. You're gonna continue to be behind a true freshman.
Yeah.
Like you're continue to not be in the game.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm at too with him. And like you mentioned it, I believe in our post game, it's a pretty dang good thing though that not having him out there isn't hurting us right now because we have a hot hand in Tory Blaylock. And again, somebody that we knew would be very good and talented. We just didn't know he had this behind him so early.
Yes. Yeah.
We do have someone like Javonte Barnes who is always willing to hit somebody. He's always willing to do his job. He's very consistent and the coaches can trust him. And the last few games, he's seen the holes better. He's ran better.
Yeah.
And I mean, so
well,
it's to me, it's you mentioned, it's great when your $1 million running back isn't playing and you're not. really hurting, but that doesn't mean we don't need him.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to overhype him. I'm not trying to. He really is at his peak. He is that dude. Like, he is a first team All SEC, All American talent. He really is. It's just, and what's frustrating is we're not seeing it. And also, Brent Venables isn't seeing it. He said himself he's just a little bit behind in every way.
Yeah. So again, read into that what you mean. A little bit behind, not knowing the playbook. Okay, check. We see that. Physically, we saw him not want to hit somebody. Check. We see that. Mentally, we don't really know what's kind of going on with him on the field. We see that. So like, we as fans who aren't even in practices, we aren't in the locker room, we aren't in the weight room, we're not doing, we see something. I mean, he was taken off kick return. Yeah. That's what was weird to me, is like, you're not even on kick return anymore. Like, right. And there are very few like windows or gaps you need to know. And here's where I'm at too. And I can put an idea in his head, but if he doesn't play this game, who's to say, or if he only gets in a couple snaps, who's to say he doesn't redshirt? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if he even, he could. That would be 4 games. I don't know. It's just a very, very weird situation. And, if he's got a mental block, mental health wise, get help, dude. Yeah. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, but like, truly, like, you got to talk to somebody. There's more than football, but does he have the same injury that kept him out last year, or is this a new one? It's the same. It's just I forget the actual what injury it was. It's just whenever he didn't get here spring and then he got tweaked up, he had another tweak of it in fall camp. He didn't. I think he had like 3 practices in all of fall camp, and you usually should have like 21 or something. Right. Just makes it tough. Ott's acting like acting like OU coaches aren't going to give him poor references to the NFL. They will, but the thing is, the poorest references is game film. Mm-hmm. Like, look, NFL scouts, I've talked to actually 3 in my life. Like, they do listen to coaches, obviously, for how they are off the field, but it's not like they can reference themselves above what the tape says. But also, at the end of the day, do you think they really care about that reference? If a dude's making plays and getting the numbers and going to help a team win in a business, they're going to take a chance on him. It's there are, in terms of like what kind of person he is and all that, they'll consider that, but like, the film is the film, and he's just showing lack of. I mean, I don't know. Even if BV were to say that about me, and I was like, the competitor in you should want you to say, all right, I'll show you where I'm lacking. Like, I'm going to be like, I'll go out and prove it. Like, it shouldn't make you curl up in a ball and be like, oh, woe is me. My coach said something about, it's weird to me. Especially, and for him, you have to know you are the talk. Auburn still had Jayden Knott as somebody to look out for in their scouting report, to which I was like, this makes me feel like they haven't even watched OU because he hasn't even played. Every time Mott gets a carry, and I'm like, he might not have the best lanes to run in. That's true, but the way you get better lanes is you got to earn them in practice. That's my only thing. Is and you've heard them say that consistently. You don't get trash time. You don't get that. Yeah, and I think Arbuckle, and I can't remember how I heard say this. I'm not even mad about him not getting lane. I'm not mad about his running. It's the effort. Yeah, like, it's that we go to get a block and it might be a little like, I don't, or just kind of just running alongside and not hitting anybody. Like, that's what it is for me. Yeah. Because I'm not, but now there are, because we know he can run. Exactly. You know he can run. You can only be shifty, but no block and no rock. I think Arbuckle will find ways to get him in the space and find some either those motion runs that we see with Burks or someone. Just get him the ball, get him in space, let him run, make some plays, and that will build your confidence. You'll just play more free. And you won't be thinking as much, which I think will help him a lot. And the most encouraging thing for Jayden Knott right now is there's still time. People forget that, Nick Anderson didn't really have a big game until Kansas State the week after OU Texas. And he went on and became 1,000-yard rusher for us. And I think before that, he had like less than 15 yards before OU Texas in every game. And then he had like 45 in OU Texas. And then he went off like 180 against Kansas State. And the rest of the season, it was crazy for him. So there's still plenty of time. He has to decide, and seriously decide, if he's going to say, you know what, I got injured. That is going to always be a risk when you play football, and he might get injured again the next day he goes to practice. But eventually, you got to let it go and just play. All right. First off, I also wanted to show this because this is just insane. This is how good Nick Saban was back in the day. Or is anybody doubting that? Just look at this. Look at this picture. My dad's listening. He will love this. Let me try to find this. This was his coaching staff when he was at Alabama at one time. I just saw this randomly, and I was like, I got to show this because that's insane. Screen share,
Entire screen. Boom. Boom. This was his coaching staff at one point. Add to stage. 2015 Alabama football head coach Nick Saban. Pretty good. Offensive coordinator.
Sorry. Pretty good.
Offensive coordinator Lane Kiffin. Defensive coordinator Kirby Smart. Offensive line coach Mario Cristobal. Wide receiver coach Billy Napier. Linebackers Tosh Lupoy. Defensive backs Mel Tucker. Graduate assistant coach was Dan Lanning. I mean, wow. And people were like, you wonder why they did so well. I don't know. I just thought that was cool. Kind of a little fun thing to talk about, I thought. But speaking of fun things, speaking of great things, it's time for maybe the hottest picker in all of college football the last 2 weeks to show us what he has. I like this. It is what Stacy says, it is what I taught my students today. You have to speak life into yourself despite what others say. That's 100% correct. Now you can be like me and go too far with that, but you know. Let's watch the Beagle. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to stop share because I did this last time. Stop screen, and it didn't work for us. So let me go here.
It's definitely it. And control what you can control.
I need to watch more Georgia games. His hop is hilarious. It is funny. Boom. Share sound. Share. Add to stage.
Okay. Let us know if you can hear it.
So that's awesome. Wow. Well, that's not us.
It's Zeno Zone.
Oh no, where are we? There we go. Hello.
I was laughing because on the South Carolina pick, it was almost like he was saying, wait, I think Dylan Sellers is going to be out. Or Dylan Sellers.
That is funny.
Lenore Sellers is still going to be out with a concussion. So he's like, I think I'll go Missouri. So, hey, you heard it here from Zeno. Missouri, that he thinks quarterback's not going to be in, and so he's going to go with Missouri. I think Nebraska's a little bit bold. Nebraska at home, 3-0. But I personally hope he's wrong on that one. I Oklahoma fans, like I would love for Michigan to win.
We want Michigan to win that.
Great for us. Who else? Hey, y'all laughed at his A&M pick last week. Homie got it right.
That was a solid pick.
Let's see. Who else? Utah, I think solid. Us, I think is solid. I don't remember the other game now. Oh, Indiana. Indiana is the favorite at home, but they are lower ranked. But I hope Indiana, because our friends from LA are from Indiana. So
that's true. That would be nice for them to have a win. All right. Any other last Auburn thoughts? I don't think I have any, other than I want us to just dominate. I think I want to adjust my score. I think 20 is too much.
What was his record from last week? He was 4-1. He lost because he picked South Carolina over Vandy.
Man, I want to adjust my schedule.
And I said, even though I'm telling you, I think even 17 is too high, but you got me with 20. So I was like, I got to go lower than you. But anyways, he picked South Carolina. Now Dylan Sellers, why do I keep calling him Dylan Sellers?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Lenore Sellers did go out of the game for assuming a concussion. However, I still think Vandy would have won that game.
Right. Just real quick, Creel said,
sorry.
Do we think not having RMT in the first half will make any difference? It certainly won't help not having him. I just think that for what Auburn has to do to be successful in the run game, especially with quarterback run, I think that you're going to have enough of a half, at least to survive a half without him, with what you're getting from Marvin Jones Jr., PJ right now. And I think you're going to get a Koye back. And I just, I trust where they're at right now with all that, and a Taylor Wine as well. So I think that it's going to definitely not help, but I think that second half he's going to be like a madman. I maybe predict a sack and a half for RMT in the second half.
Love that.
Boom. All right. Well, with that, hope everyone has a blessed night, blessed week. Obviously, a lot of crazy things happened over the last week, so hopefully everyone out there is having a safe time, a good time, and we will see you all next Monday. Is there anything else?
See you Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday, for the reaction. We'll do a post-game reaction. We'll talk about all the ways I was right, and hopefully, or the ways we were wrong.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
And
not.
before you leave, yes, please go ahead and like the video. 3, 2, 1, like it.
Mhm.
Whenever we get off the live, just throw a quick comment. I mean, you don't have to exit out super fast. You can just throw a comment, say boomer, give us your prediction, say our hair looks dumb. I don't really care. Just put something in there. And go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you have not already. We'd really, really appreciate it. Again, Josh is on tomorrow at 7. He's on Thursday at 7. And then we will see you in post game to we hope we're all still happy and cheerful.
Yep. Yeah, man, that'd be not fun if we weren't. If Jackson Arnold comes to Norman and beats us, I don't know if the town could live through that. Brutal. All right.
We shall see.
God bless y'all. You have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Boomer.
Boomer. I was supposed to say